welcome our next guest.
We love this lady.
Oh, we love her so much.
She's a delight.
Oh, she's a delight. A lovely, wonderful, hilarious woman.
And gorgeous to boot.
Gorgeous to boot? Okay, great. All right, let's do this. I don't know what it meant.
I didn't say gorgeous as a boot.
Oh, no. Gorgeous as a boot. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. Very smart, the very funny, the very cool, Sue Smith.
What an introduction, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot to live up to. I bet you guys all have cool names in the audience. I bet there's like some 3-word names like Brandon Scott Jones, Justin Tyler, that sounds like a porn star. That's really cool. Woo! My real God-given name is Sue Smith. That's my real name. I travel a lot, and I was in the airport recently, and the woman looked at my passport, and she was like, Susan Smith, I know you hate having that name. And I was like, bitch, I've come to terms with the fact that I have the same name as a woman who drove her kids into a lake 20 years ago and blamed it on a black guy. But thank you for reminding me. And she's like, oh, you're named after somebody who did that? I just meant because it's so boring. No, seriously though, I made myself an IMDb page and then I couldn't find it. It's true. You guys, we can talk about it. I have a lot of tattoos. That happens. And a lot of people comment on them sometimes. I was getting my nails done recently and the woman slapped my arm and she was like, sexy. Thank you. And then I swear to God, this is a true story. Yesterday in the park, this homeless man looks at my tattoos, looks at me, and he's like, you're a colored person. And I was like, well, sir, I guess you're right. But the thing that people ask me the most often is how I got so many tattoos, and that's a good question. Well, all you have to do is spend your early 20s in a blackout. You wake up and you're like, oh, you mean I got a lightning bolt behind my ear because I thought it would make me go faster? Okay. You guys, think of one word you wouldn't necessarily want on your arm for the rest of your life. Is it righteous? Because I have righteous tattooed on my arm. I also have a pear dressed as Sherlock Holmes that I call Pearlock Holmes. You're laughing, but these are actual tattoos I have on my body. I gotta live with them. Big, huge news in my life recently is that I also have a gluten allergy, much like Charla, which is impossible to believe because that's an allergy I've been making fun of for years. Like, how is that really a real thing? Do you think pioneers had a gluten allergy? No. Do you think astronauts have gluten allergies? No. Like, eating bread for me, like eating gluten for me, is like having sex with a guy who has a really big dick. In my head, I'm like, I'm supposed to like this? Plenty of people do this and it's cool. Let me just try this again and see. And then I do it, I'm like, oh man, that hurt so bad! That hurt so bad! Why did I do that? That's what it's like for me to eat bread. Bread is like, it's a rough one. I am into like some hippie shit. I like meditation. I'm cool with chanting. And when I see, it's hard to believe, I know. When I see those Hare Krishnas in the subway, I'm down with it. And they calm me down for a second. And then I look at their feet and I'm like, you're not wearing any shoes. No shoes at all. And I get amped up again because I feel like if Ganesh were there, he would be like, guys, I'm not that big a deal. Just put your shoes on, okay? Don't risk disease for me. It's really gross. I work here in this bar, I bartend, and outside there's a guy that stands out there. We call him Floppy. I don't know his real name. But he's friends with all the other bartenders. He walks by them and they like are on a first name basis. Not me, and I've worked here for 2 years. And I thought that like my luck was changing on April Fool's Day. I walked by him and he was like, watch out for that puddle of puke! And I was like, oh shit! And then he was like, April Fools! I was like, oh my god, we're gonna be friends now. I've been wanting to be friends with this guy forever. And so now when I walk by and it's like nothing ever happened. Basically, what I'm telling you is that my dad left us when I was little, and I have abandonment issues, and I seek approval from homeless men. That's what I'm telling you with that story, guys. And sometimes in the bar, we play that song, Rehab by Amy Winehouse. It goes, said I should go to rehab, and I said no, no, no. But it makes me really uncomfortable because it's like, you died. Maybe you should have said yes, yes, yes. And then the refrain is like, my daddy thinks I'm fine. Maybe your daddy's wrong. Your daddy's in denial about your drug and alcohol problem. No. Like I can get on board with that song. Like I trust it because she's like speaking her truth and her honesty, which is cool. Songs that don't do that are songs that I have a problem with. Which reminds me, Prince, I have a bone to pick with you. Working part-time at the Five and Dime, my boss was Mr. McGee. Okay, I Wikipedia'd it, and you got your first record contract when you were 17 years old. The legal working age in the whole United States is 16 years old. You mean to tell me, in that 1 year period from 16 to 17, that you were working part-time in a Five and Dime? Okay. Even if I willingly suspend my disbelief and get on board with that, you mean to tell me that your boss's name was Mr. McGee? I don't think so. And all of your lies sully the rest of your catalog, Prince. I'm starting to think that you've never even heard doves cry. Do you even know what Purple Rain feels like? No, that's what I thought. Guys, you know what else is a weird song? Think about this. Skinnamarink dinky dink, skinnamarink doo. I love you. What kind of high pedophile thought of that shit? That's what I want to know. You guys have been great. I'm Sue Smith.
Sue Smith, everybody!